ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
भेद विभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
पार्थाय
प्रतिबोधितां भगवता
नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां
पुराणमुनिना
मध्ये महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि
भगवद्गीते
भवद्वेषिणीम्।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
ब्रह्मा
वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः। यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
सुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहिनो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
रोगान् शेषान् पहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान्नान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
रोगान् शेषान् पहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान्नान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां त्वामाश्रिताश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
3 times over, no, I think.
One more time.
Okay. सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते
रोगान् शेषान् पहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान्नान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताश्रयतां
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वबाधा
प्रशमनं
त्रैलोक्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
विनाशनम्
विद्याविनयसम्पन्ने विद्याविनयसम्पन्ने
विद्याविनयसम्पन्ने
ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि
ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि
शुनि चैव श्वपाके च पंडिता समदर्शिनः
पंडिता समदर्शिनः
इहैव तेर्जितः सर्गः
इहैव तैर्जितः सर्गः
येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः
येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः
निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म
निर्दोषं हि
ब्रह्म
तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः
ब्रह्मणि ते
न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य
न प्रहृष्येत् प्राप्य
नो द्विजेत् प्राप्य च प्रियम्
द्विजेत् प्राप्य च प्रियम्
स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढः
स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढः
ब्रह्मविद् ब्रह्मणि स्थितः
ब्रह्मणि
स्थितः
18th verse we have seen Panditaha Samadarshinaha. Panditaha, one who has self-knowledge, it's called Panditaha, and Samadarshinaha, one who has that Sarvatma Bhava, everything are not away from me, or otherwise we can say, I am in all being. It's called Samadarshinaha. These people, these Samadarshinaha, Panditaha people, they have same vision in Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane, Gavi, Hastini, Shuni, Shvapake. A Brahmana who is highly sattvika and is endowed with all knowledge, with humility. In that Brahmana, Gavi in cow, Hastini in elephant, Shuni means in a dog, Shvapaka, a people, a person who eats dog. In each and every people, Panditaha, Samadarshinaha, they have same vision, either Shvapaka or Brahmana. There is no difference because generally we give importance to Deha, body, while this Panditaha, they say only consciousness in each and every bodies. That's why they are Samdarshina. And for this Pandita and Samdarshinaha, Bhagavan has said 19th verse, Yesham Manaha Samye Sthitam. This verse is very important because Bhagavan has himself announced moksha is not after death, but ihevate. So Yesham Manaha Samye Sthitam, for those people whose mind are always rooted in Samya, means Brahman. Because for Brahma, everything is nothing but one himself. Samya, one who is same in each and every being, one whose mind is well rooted. For such people, ihevate, Jita Sargaha. Sargaha means life one after one. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Manaram is called Sargaha. Jitaha is won over by such people where ihevate, here only, indeed here, iha, no, or the meaning is here, by living only, it's called iha. Jitaha Sargaha, this life they have won over. And in second line they say, Nirdosham hi samam brahma. There is no defect. Nirdoshaha means defect. Nirdoshaha means there is no defect because Brahman is samam. Either in Shuni or Shvapaka, in Gavi or Hastini, Brahma is samam. Consciousness is same. Tasmat, for such vision, te means this all panditaha samdarshinaha brahmani stitaha. They are always well established in, well rooted in Brahman only. They never see themselves away from Brahman. Brahmani te stitaha. So up to 19 is over. The jnanam is over. Now Bhagavan is given characteristics of jnani, or how they behave in word. So in 20th verse, I think we have seen, Bhagavan says, here, sthira buddhihi, one, asammudaha, second, and brahmavid. People are same, but one, brahmavid, is called brahmavitti. One who knows Brahman is called brahmavid. So even Brahman also is nakara ending for just Sanskrit people. Brahman is nakara. So nominative singular is Brahma. Brahmani, Brahmani, it will come. Brahman is neuter, that's why. But Brahmavid, the meaning is one who knows Brahman, having done Shravanam. It's become Brahmavid. Sthira Buddhihi. The meaning of Sthira Buddhi, like Sthita Buddhi, Sthita Pragna. Sthira Buddhihi, they have done after Mananam. And asammudaha means there is no delusion with regarding what is Atma, Anatma, Punya, Papa. Is called asammudaha. Even Atma, Anatma, body is Anatma, and I am Atma. This is called a complete, can be possible only after Nididhyasana. So just somebody says, Brahmavid is qualified Shravanam, Sthira Buddhihi qualified Mananam, and Asammudaha. Mudaha means deluded. Sammudaha, well deluded, but Asammudaha, which is not deluded at all. That can be possible only after this assimilated this whole knowledge, having done all Nididhyasanam, Asammudaha, such person Priyam Prapya, having got Priyam, desirable object, na prahrishayet, he never rejoices. And Apriyam Prapya, which is doesn't like, which is not desirable, having got this, na udvijet, they never any type of resentment, because their mind is always in Brahman. Last, I think we have seen this. So Brahmavid Priyam Prapya na Prahreshit, because for such people, Apuryamanam Achalam Pratishtam, whatever here is nothing but Brahman. Whether is like, and there is a no, I don't like, there is a not that such category for such people. So, and Apriyam Prapya na Udvijet, having received unfavorable condition, na Udvijet, they never have any resentment. And we have seen this shloka from Ramcharitmanasa, the best example, apriyam prapya na udvijet, because Ram was announced to become a king on next tomorrow. And on same day, he was announced to them sent out in forest, but still in face of Rama, prasanta nagata. He was always cheerful, even they have sent him, even Kaikai sent him in forest, but he is always cheerful, because apriyam prapya na udvijet. And even Shankaracharya is written, who are happy and who are unhappy, having got favorable and unfavorable. So he has written, Deha Matra Atma Darshina. Deha Matra Atma Darshina means one who thinks my body is myself. For such people, Priya and Apriya, favorable and unfavorable condition, they will give Harsha, means rejoices, Vishada, means unhappiness. Na Atmadarshina, one who thinks I am only consciousness. For such people, Priya Apriya Prapti Asambhavat, because Samadarshina, Samatma Sarvatma Bhavaha, they don't have any like or dislike. Everything is same. And we have seen Brahma, Brahmavit, Sthira Buddhihi, and Asammudha. I told you, Brahmavit means Brahmavetti, one who knows I am not separate from Brahman. This knowledge has come Shravanena Sthira Buddhihi, means Sthira Gnana. There is no doubt regarding who am I. It's called Sthira Buddhihi. So that we have seen Shravanena Brahmavid Bhavati, Mananena Sthira Buddhihi Bhavati, but Nididhyasanena Asammudha Bhavati. There is no delusion at all regarding taking any decision. Brahmani Sthitaha. Shankaracharya is again written, he is akarmakrit. He is not doing any karma, sarva karma sannyasi. He is renunciate all karmas with mind, through mind. Physically he may do, but from mental level, he has given up, renunciate all karma, because his mind is always established in Brahman. That we have seen. Now 21st verse. Bahyasparshesva saktatma vindatyatmani yat sukham sabrahma yoga yuktatma sukhamakshayamashnude. Another qualification of Atma Jnani is given in 21st verse. Such Gnani Bahya Sparsheshu Asaktatma. He doesn't have any attachment with regards to external object. Atmani Yat Sukham Vindati. A person, even this is second sentence, there are many people who are given to japa, one who are given to even tapas, different even meditation, they also get sukham. Where they will get atmani. This differentiation is given by Shankaracharya ji. He says such people also, they will get sukham with reference to oneself, but a person who is Brahma Yoga Yuktatma, one who is never thinks oneself away from Brahman, that person Sukham Akshaya Ashnute. Sukham means happiness, Akshayam means there is a no permanent lifetime, Ashnute, that person will gain. Ashnute means they will gain. So here, Atmani Yat Sukham Vindati means there are many seekers like Japanishtaha, Tapanishtaha, Dhyananishtaha, they will get Sukham, but compared to this Sukham is little bit less, because they are with reference to body mind sense complex. Tapas with body mind sense complex, even japa also. So still they will get sukham, but not like Brahma Yoga Yukta. It will come, but we will see now. So first one is Bahya Sparsheshu Asaktatma. But Anvaya is Bahya Sparsheshu Asaktatma Atmani Yat Sukham Vindati Sab Brahma Yoga Yuktatma Akshayam Sukham Ashnute. So first word is Bahya Sparsheshu Asaktatma. So Shankaracharya is written in his Bhashyam Bahyaha Sparshaha. Sparshaha means sense object, which always Bahyaha. They are always external, and that's why they have called as a Sparshaha. Shankaracharya has written Sprusyante iti Sparshaha. When sense organs touches the sense object, that's why sense objects are called Sparshaha. And who are they? It says Shabdadi Vishayaha. So just I have written external. There are only 5 objects. They have just classified. Shabda Sparsh, Rupa Rasa Gandha. They are external. But these are inside in our body. So the Shrotra with their power touches Shabda, Sparshaha. Tvak, our skin, feels hot, cold, all type of Sparshaha, touch. Same way our Chakshu, eyes, touches different type of forms and colors. Rasana, our tongue, tastes different type of color. And our Grana Indriya, smells different type of smell. They all is called touches, Sparshaha. That's why Vishaya are called Sparshaha, because our sense organs touch sense object. Otherwise, we cannot have jnana of external object. That's why Sparshaha. But this person is with reference to this all object, Asaktatmaha. Asaktatmaha means they are not obsessed with external object and sense pleasures. Shankaracharya has written, Vishayeshu Priti Varjita. They don't have any like with reference to Vishaya. External object, they don't have any type of like. It doesn't mean they are hate them, but at the same time, they don't like also, they won't hate also. They are not obsessed. It's called Asaktatma. And who are their people? That Panditaha, still Atma Gyani, Asaktatmaha. And another was Atmani Yat Sukham Vindati. These people, Atmani Yat Sukham Vindati. Vindati means they will get limited happiness. Shankaracharya has written limited happiness in oneself with help of meditation, japa and tapas. If we are given to japa, we always feel happy inside. If we are doing very dedicatedly, commitment, then japam will give happiness. But after some time, our body may get tired also, because continuous japa can give tiredness. Tapas also with reference to our BMS. So our body may get tired, same time meditation. We cannot say for 24 hours with meditation. So that's why Shankaracharya has written, Sukham Vindati, it will give, we can have Sukham in Atmani. Here Atma means BMS. But a Sukham is by Brahma Yoga Yuktatma. Another name of this Panditaha, Bhagavan has given Brahma Yoga Yuktatma. So what is the meaning of Brahma Yoga? Shankaracharya has given beautifully. This is called splitting of this compound. So he says, who are they people? So what is the meaning of Brahma Yoga? So he says, Brahmani Yoga, one who are total absorbs in Brahman, it's called Samadhi. So meaning of Brahma Yoga is Samadhi. It's total absorbance. It's called Brahma Yoga. Tena Brahma Yogena means Tena, with that total absorbance, they are endowed with Yuktaha. And Tasmin Brahmani, in that Brahman, here Atma means Antakaran. In this Brahman, whose mind is totally engrossed, such people are called, or person is called Brahma Yoga Yuktatma. One whose mind is never away from Brahman. Same. So one whose mind is always associated with Brahman are called Brahma Yoga Yuktatma. In 19th, you might have heard there was instrument. Nowadays, I don't think whether it is available or not. But at that time, we used to tell UPS. For computer, we always keep one UPS. So meaning is we can have uninterrupted power supply. The meaning of UPS is uninterrupted power supply. Same way, this Brahma Yoga Yuktatma, one who is always endowed, associated with Brahman, they have UAS, means uninterrupted Atma supply. You know, we know everything, but when situation comes, this power supply is cut out. We forget this old knowledge when time will come in situation. But one who is always associated with Brahman, or even Lord Ishvara, that Gnanam should apply when situation come, it never cut out. That's why, like UPS, this Brahma Yoga Yuktatma has UAS. So they are always have available that Jnanam while we do different type of transaction. And Bhagavan says, compared to this Atmani Yat Sukham Vindanti, these people are Akshayam Sukham Ashnute. Akshayam, the Akshayam means always decline, is always less, it's waning. But the meaning of Akshayam means one who never declines, who remains as it is called Akshayam. Sukham means happiness, Ashnute, they will gain. So thus at that time I remembered one shloka which is given in 2nd chapter, Yavanarth Udapane Sarvatah Samplutodake Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanatah. This is a beautiful example, was given by Lord Krishna in 2nd chapter. It's a small reservoir, water reservoir in villages. It's called Udapan. Udapan, a small reservoir in village. There is no water is available. Then village people would like to take for the water from this small water reservoir. But when monsoon comes and whole village is full of water, then who will go after this small water reservoir? Nobody will go, because whole village is Sampluta Udake. So no will go after this small reservoir. Same way, people nowadays, generally, people in general, they go after sense object for happiness. Small happiness. People are go after this external object, but one who knows this happiness is not outside, but I am myself is full of happiness. Aham Purnaha. Such person is called Brahmanasya Vijanata. This Jnani never goes after external object for happiness, because that person knows happiness is not outside, but happiness right now is sitting in myself. That's why it's Akshayam. And this happiness doesn't go, it always remain with us, because Jnani will get Sat Sukham. And for such Akshayam Sukham need not to go out. for external object. They are happy with oneself. That's why I've written Agnani depends on other sources for Ananda, happiness. And other sources means sense object, relationship, situation. They are always depend on for their happiness. But Jnani is inner source. They always feel happy inside because he knows I am the one. So such person doesn't depend upon other source for Ananda because whole Jagat is nothing but Purnaha with myself. It's called Akshayam Sukham Ashnute. There is one story of Tukaramji. You might have heard. Tukaramji was well-known saint of Maharashtra. And Tukaram's wife was totally against with Tukaram. He doesn't like Tukaram. He is always doing Vithala Vithala, a name of Krishna. She doesn't like. So one day when Tukaramji was coming back to home, so somebody has offered sugar cane, a long stick of sugar cane to Tukaram. And he says, you please have it because everybody gives respect to Tukaramji. So he took that sugar cane, he went back to his home and his wife asked, why you have taken only one sugar cane? Why not two? And with sugar cane, he beats Tukaram. And sugar cane divided into two. Then Tukaramji says, you are very great because you have beaten me. It's become two. Now one is for you and one is for me. We will eat together. There is no problem. It's called Akshayam Sukham Ashnute. He never goes after small sukha. This is one characteristic of Jnani. Yehi samsparshajha bhogaha dukkhayoonaya evate आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः संस्पर्शजा भोगाः दुःखः दुःखयोनय एवते भोगाः means all pleasures. They are, this is the adjective of bhogaha, sansparshajaha. They are born out of contact. And all this bhogaha, dukkha-yonaya, they are source of pain. And adyantavantaha, they have beginning, they have end. Antavantaha, budaha, nateshu ramate. Budaha means a wise person doesn't revel in such sparshajaha bhogaha. Kaunteya is a sambodhanam of Arjuna. Once I told you, in every one or two verses, always Krishna address Kaunteya with different name, Arjuna. Why? Because in front of teacher, if one student is sitting, and if that student goes to sleep, then what will happen to teacher? How can he teach to student? That's why always he says, O Kaunteya, He Partha, Vrishabhadwaja, what was there are different type of names. The reason is same. Student should not go to sleep. Even in Chandogya Upanishad, everywhere, Hey Somya, in 6th chapter, Guru addresses the teacher. So Somya means, hey, good looking student. The meaning of Somya means, hey, good looking student, you are very brilliant. So student feels I am brilliant, so he doesn't go to sleep. So always they say, Hey Kaunteya. So here they address is, Hey Kaunteya, He is Panshaja. So Anvaya is, Hey Kaunteya, yes, samsparshajaha bhogaha, all pleasures which are born out of sansparsha, literally dukkha yonaya, they are source of pain. And Adyantavantah, they have beginning, they have end. Bhutah, one who is wise person, Teshu Naramate, they never revel with reference to this Sansparshaja Bhoga. So before going into this verse, with the 21st verse, Jnana Yoga topic is completed. Bhagavan has completed Jnana Yoga. So really speaking, in 5th chapter, 7 to 12 verses are dealt with Karma Yoga. Now if you check, so 7 to 12 dealt with Karma Yoga, 13 to 21 verses dwelt with Jnana Yoga that we have seen. And this is a central theme of 5th topic, and the name is Sarva Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So in 13 to 21 verses are dealt with Sarva Karma Sannyasa. And person can give up all karma only one who knows one's real nature. Body and mind cannot stop doing any activity. They will continue to do. But one who knows body and mind keep on doing different type of activities, but myself as a consciousness residing in this body mind sense complex, I don't do. It's called Sarva Karma Sannyasa. That understanding only is called sannyasa. This is not any physical renunciation. This understanding, and this is only called moksha. Another name is called moksha. Another name is also called Naishkarmya. The meaning of Naishkarmya means from whose mind all karmas is gone. It's called Naishkarmya. All are one and same. I think Naishkarmya. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrut. Nobody can even live without second doing any karma. So physical body and mind will keep on doing karma, but still one who knows, I never do any karma, not 100% doership. It's called Naishkarmya, and technically it's called Sarva Karma Sannyasi. Either it's Grihastha or Sannyasa. Both have moksha. It's called Sarva Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So this topic is over from 31 to 21. Now 22 and 23, now what we will see are dealing with which type of preparation needs to have a jnana, self-knowledge. So 22 and 23 again will say what should be preparedness from our side to have a self-knowledge. So this 22nd verse, Kauntehi sansparshaja bhogaha dukkhayona. This is the preparedness. Buddha means a person who would like to take jnanam. This person doesn't go after sansparshaja bhoga. That message Bhagavan would like to convey to Arjuna. Now we will see. Kaunteya is Kaunteya. He means because the main is yes sansparshaja bhoga. And we have seen what is the problem in our universal problem in this world is we always seek happiness from external object. Always we need happiness. Even I would like to tell, when we are fine, if we don't have any type of aching, any type of sickness in our body, we never go to doctor. So when our body is fine, we never go to doctor. But when we never go and complain to doctor, I can see everything. Why I'm seeing everything? Why my eye is not good? We never ask. But when we cannot properly see, at that time we go to doctor. When our body, even leg has pain, we would like to see doctor. It means when we are not fine, we would like to see doctor. When we are natural, we are with our nature, we never go. Same way as a human being. When we always think we should happy, this is our real nature. Happiness is our real nature. But we never feel inside we are happy. So for that sake, we always think we are not fine. But to find that happiness, we always go outside, external. We talk with nowadays many type of medias. We always engage with this media. Why? Because we would like to find happiness to external object. Because with this body mind sense complex, we are not comfortable. We never feel we are happy. And that's why we always approach to even Guru, to Bhagwan, because we know something is missing inside. And what is missing is only happiness. So basic problem is we seek happiness from external object, external world. And one would like to go in spiritual journey, that person, a real seeker, should discern to see, and one should understand how can I can come out from this bondage, from this sansparshaja bhoga. In every sense objects in the world contact with sense organs, and we think they give pleasures and happiness. And all these pleasures are born out of contact with both sense object and sense organs, which we have seen in previous verse. This shabdas. And interesting, mere sense object cannot give happiness. Mere sense organs also cannot give happiness. But when both together, means sansparshaja, when shabda connect with our ear, then only we find happiness. Music will come, we feel happy. Some dish, if we see and taste, then only. If dish is sitting outside pav bhaji, so we cannot happy. If it goes inside, then we will happy. It's called sansparshaja. When sense organs and sense object, they come in contact and they will give pleasure. We think they will give pleasure. People think only sense object can give pleasure, but really speaking, not only sense object, but three things we are find seeking happiness. And what are the three things? One, situation plus sense organs. If you like, sunset is a good situation. In our home also, all people are living in one harmony, then we feel pleasures, means happiness. So situation plus sense organs, we think it will give happiness or pleasure. Sense object and sense organ, second thing, gives pleasure, happiness, and even relationship plus sense organ. Any relationship. Mother, father, if they speak very good to us, then we feel happy. So all relationship, friend, husband, wife, all relationship plus sense organ, they give happiness. We think like that. But what problem in this? So it says, problem is, this all pleasures, bhogaha, always fraught with pain. They are mixed with pain. It says, acquisitions, it gives pain. Relationship is not that much easy to maintain. Everybody knows it gives pain. Then preservation, it gives more pain. Dukkhataram. In spite of we preserved, we maintain anything, even object, relationship, situation, but one day will come, it will lost, it will give more pain. Dukkhatamam. This is superlative degree. Dukkhatamam, preservation, superlative, comparative, dukkataram, and acquisition, dukh. So from all three levels, this pleasure always fraught with pain. That's why Bhagavan says, Te dukkhayonaya eva. They all are a source of pain. Yoni means cause, source of pain. Indeed, the meaning of eva. Eva means indeed. And why they always give pain to us? We can have a question also. No? Okay, why this all sense organs, relationship, and even all situation creates a source of dukkha? The answer Bhagavan has given in these verses. Adyantavanta. They have beginning and they have also end. Each bhoga, each enjoyment is not pure. Because it's like a two sides of coin. If pain will come, if happiness will come, pain will also together only. And what's the reason? Adi Antavanta. What is given in second chapter, Agamaha Apayinaha. It is arrival, it is also departure also. That's why it cannot be permanent. So sometimes it happens, arrival of someone gives joy, and departure of someone gives pain. But sometimes also opposite of this, arrival gives pain. If somebody we don't like the person pop up, we have in pain, and if departure will give joy. So even we are not fixed with whose presence we are happy, with whose absence we are more happy. So the basic truth is all pleasures are mixed with joy and pain only. We never, pure joy, we can never feel inside this world. So somebody says, how to handle this? How can handle this pain? So he says, only two. First, we have to prepare our mind how to handle. So for common people, one who are not interested in spiritual journey, but still such people also choose their desired object, then get pleasure, but that person should be ready for pain also. Anytime it can come. So what person can do? So only develop a strength to face a pain consequently. So if we take rose, thorn will come. If you would like to put cactus in our decoration outside, it will hurt us. So people always take good thing, but it gives pains only. Somebody says, I have too much work, it gives me problem. I cannot happy with my work. Then we say, you take retirement, then they feel emptiness. So nobody people is happy, whatever come. So what to do? So what is the remedy? It says only one remedy is there. Discover mental strength. One should discover a mental strength to withstand a problem, to face the problem. And how one can face the problem? Remedy is only karma yoga. One have to live a life of karma yoga with 100% understanding what is karma yoga. Because karma yoga says you offer each and karma as a Ishwararpan Buddhi and receive the result of karma as a Prasada Buddhi. Then we have changed our attitude toward action and result of action, then the pain won't come. Even it will come, we will accept as a gift of Ishvara. Then our mind will be balanced. So first, it gives a mental strength. Karma yoga always give a mental strength to withstand any problem. This is the first. And second absolute remedy is discover a fulfillment within oneself. Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. Need not to go after all sansparshaja bhoga. Atmani eva atmana. One who discovered purnatvam with oneself. I am not separate from Ishvara. That will give only satisfaction. Purna. Then there is then no problem. There is then no dukkha yona. No adyantavanta. Mind is prepared because all bhoga is at body level, at mind level. That Gnani knows. They never go after these pleasures. So what will happen to Gnani? So I have written, after Gnanan, what will be the disposition of that person? So if I having a things, some favorable object with that person, he doesn't have or she doesn't have problem. If doesn't have anything, then there is a no problem. I always say, Agate swagatam kuryat. If one person arrival, we can have good host. But gachet na nivarayet. If the person says, I would like to go, we should never say, now I am very happy with your company. If the person is go, let them allow. If our mind is prepared like this, then life is like a play. We can enjoy the life. But always we seek happiness outside, and if it doesn't come, then we are always in pain, unhappy. And Bhagavan says, Buddha teshu naramati. If person knows that all sansparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya. And why dukkha yonaha? Because they have arrival and they have their departure, they have end. So Buddha, one who had discerned this problem, teshu naramate. It doesn't revel. Teshu means in that sense object, vishayeshu, naramate. We can also say they are not carried away. It doesn't mean they are sitting inside the cave and doesn't enjoy anything. They live in this normal life, but they never go after pleasure for oneself. They never go after the sense object for their pleasures because they do their duty. If they have no gnanam, the person does duty, whatever comes, except with open heart, open mind. Then there is a no complaint. There is a no dukkha, no pain. So first requirement to take gnanam is we should not go after any type of pleasures for external object. We have to prepare our mind. And now second, but before that, Shankaracharya has written, before the 23rd shlok, Shankaracharya has written a beautiful bhashya. He says, Ayam cha shreyo marga pratipakshi. We know there are two types of path. One is shreyaha, another is preyaha. Preyaha means sense object, sense organs, relationship. Sansparshaja bhogaha. So it is considered as a pratipakshi, is the opposite of shreya margaha. This preya margaha kashtatamaha. It is very difficult. Doshaha. It is full of difficulty and it gives sarva anartha prapti hetu. It is a cause of gaining different type of difficulties. Dur nirvaryaha. It is very difficult to remove this preya margaha. Tat parihare. To give up this preya margaha, one should do much effort. Yatna adikyam kartavyam. One should have to keep more effort. Kartavyam means to be done. Having kept, Bhagavan has says, this 23rd. Shaknoti heva yasodum praksharira vimokshanat kamakrododbhavam vegam sayuktasya sukhi narah. But detail of this we will see tomorrow. Any question regarding this? Hemlata ji? Anyone?
The last Shankaracharya's bhasham that you quoted.
Yeah. Shreyo Marga Pratipakshi.
Shreyo Margaha Pratipakshi. Is he talking about prayers over there in the word, in the verse?
Pratipakshi.
The word is there.
Shreyo Marga. This is a sentence from Shankar Bhashya. He says, Shreyo Marga Pratipakshi. Pratipakshi means always opposite.
Opposite. Okay.
Pratipakshi means opposite.
Opposite
It's
of
the opposite of what? So Shreyo Marga. One, the opposite of Shreyo Marga is Preya Marga. Shreyascha Preyascha Manushya Metad in Kathopanishad. So Preya Marga means one who is always would like to go after sense object pleasures. It's called Preya Marga. Worldly enjoyment is called Preya Marga. But who chosen Shreya Marga? For such people, this Preya Marga to give up is Kashtatamaha, is very difficult. It's full of dosha. Sarva anartha prakti. These all are qualification of Preya Marga. By birth, we are always a chosen Preya Marga. No? We don't know what is Shreya. So to give up, Yatna Adhikyam Kartavya. To give up this Preya Marga, one should have put Yatna means effort. Adhikyam means more. One should put more effort to be done. For that reason, Bhagwan Aha. Bhagwan spoke.
Bhagwan?
Spoke. This is Aha. This is a Kriya Pada. Verb is there. Aha.
Okay.
This is very nice, Swamiji. This what Shankaracharya ji has given is so powerful, I think. Because we struggle with this as sadhakas. This is the struggle. You know that we have, because of the Shravanam, and we have this understanding now that the Preya Marga is not the path for me.
Yeah.
But I still struggle with that because of my conditioning. I keep on being drawn to this Preya Marga.
Because we have sanskara, we have sanskara to live with Preya Marga only. Not from this birth. We have only many births. So it is more yatna adhikam kartavyam.
Yes.
Yeah, so he hit it on the head. He hit the nail on the head. This is very nice.
Now any question?
In Bhajagovindam, I heard, because he keeps on hitting on the head.
Yeah.
It's apparently it's called Moha Mudgaram or something.
Mudgaram, yeah, Mudgaram.
Yeah, like
It's a
he's
hammer.
hitting you with the hammer again and again.
Mudgaram is hammer.
I know they're so compassionate. They keep on telling us, why you are putting yourself through this suffering. But we are like these flies that we are drawn to this heat, and then we die by that heat.
In one bhashyam, I don't, Aitreya Upanishad, I don't know, but in Shankar Bhashyam, Shankaracharya has written, Shishya is like Kumbhakarna. He has given the example. Shishya is like a Kumbhakarna. He is sleeping. So he is trumpet. The Guru has started making a trumpet. And he says, oh, Jagruta, Utstishtha. But still he doesn't get up. Then in his ears, he sounds Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Still, Guru doesn't tire. He keeps on telling, Uttishta Jagrata. So it is very difficult for Shishya also and Gurus.
Swamiji, literally also. Because the tamas is so much, people spend so much time sleeping.
Yeah.
Literally. Also, that's
It's
true.
very difficult. That is also a very beautiful portion. In Aitri, somewhere is there very beautiful. How
So you know, I don't know. This thought came to my head that when you automatically say, let's say you were able to just get up, you know, at the hour that you want, and you want to pursue. Let's say you want to study or something, and you're able to do it. That means you've made progress. This is my own imagination.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's good, yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah. And you can go for the second, when you're about to go for the second helping of the gulab jamun, and you can say no. that's a huge progress to all these little marks that
But small progress give more leap, you know. After some
Yeah.
time we don't know. But it is very helpful. It's small.
But you have to make that quantum leap.
It will come. Small, then quantum leap will come. But
yeah,
adhikyam prayatnam from small, then it will become big.
from small, yeah.
Yeah. Never try to go.
And also, one needs to be compassionate with oneself. It's
Yeah.
okay to want that gulab jamun, right? Rasavarjam. That will take some time to go.
Yeah, the thing is, right, the thing with pleasures, sense pleasures, is that not only that they are changing all the time, so you never get fulfillment. Suppose if they don't change, suppose someone says, I will give you gulab jamun your whole life. You just keep on eating. How much can you eat? You get tired of it after.
No,
You know,
like they say,
or maybe then you are sick of gulab jamun, right?
Yeah.
So that is also a problem with the sense pleasure.
they say, right, for all this food and all that, for a while you are eating the food, and after a while the food starts eating you.
Yeah.
When if you understand it, you will not reach for that gulab jamun, extra gulab jamun, isn't it?
Yeah, we clearly have to see the dosha that Shankaracharya was talking about.
Swami TV said, even if you don't reach for the next one, the food is actually eating you all the time.
That
You
is
just
true.
don't realize it.
But
Very nice
Swaminiji,
class.
like, so the thing is, right? So I know like this happens automatically, you know, as we pursue this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa gave this example. Suppose you have a container that is filled with some ink or some dirt. It has a lot of vasana inside, right?
Mm.
And the container cannot move. So you keep on pumping water into it, right?
Mm.
And slowly these vasanas are getting cleared.
Yeah.
Right? You keep on pumping water, you know, the pure water, and then eventually the vasanas are all completely gone. Right? So he gives this kind of an example to say that you keep on putting all the satsangas and all the
All
good
prayer,
vasanas.
satsanga, all meditation. It is like putting a water inside the vessel. So all the vasanas will go, and we are putting new vasanas, new sanskaras. That's right.
And then, but you know, we are sort of like, when I see this Sthita Prajna, I say, how come, you know, I am unable to experience that bliss that is within me? You know, why I keep on going outside all the time? You know, I want to watch a new movie, or, you know, listen to a new song, or, you know, keep on going outside. Why I cannot sit calmly and just enjoy my own, you know, being, that, you know, restless to do things, restless to go after sense pleasures.
But you have to compare yourself before 2 years, how you would be, and now how you are. So must be some change, no? Then it is working. We can say it is
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
And we have to.
It's impatience, Swaminiji.
You have to remember that it is Ishvara's Maya that you're dealing with. It's not something that is ordinary, right? That's the Leela, right?
So it's good. Maya metam taranti. If you are totally surrendered, no, then we can cross that Maya. But this is also good journey. in my thinking, it's not known to reach that destination, but this journey is very beautiful.
Exactly. You don't need to reach. Yeah, you just go along, enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
There's no way to reach, anyways. Because
Before 2 years, how was I there? Now how I dealt with all situation. It makes a
That is
difference.
true, Swamini. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of changes, I think. And
Then teaching is working. Shastra is working on you. Only thing. This-
Shastra is showing the mirror to you. It has to work, right? It's a pramanam.
yeah. If you're open to letting it work, right? Which we are. I mean, we are all quite open to letting it work. Yeah. There
Definitely.
is no resistance. That is intellectual resistance is not there. It is just the vasanas, that conditionings that that,
It will take time, but it will take time.
yeah.
No. Shall we do Purna Vadan?
Thank you, Swamini.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam
Purnamidam Purna
Purnamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnamadaya
Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti.
Hari
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Thank you,
Thank